Hello, I'm Hank Pruden, professor at Golden Gate University in San Francisco, California. It gives me great pleasure today to speak to you about a unique and powerful model of technical market analysis, behavioral finance, and successful trading. That model is called the 3-in-1 trader. The 3-in-1 trader is a unique combination of behavioral finance concepts, the Wyckoff method of technical market analysis, and the 10 tasks of top trading for integrating mental discipline into one successful trading scheme. This model grew out of 25 years of personal trading experience on my behalf as I traded for my personal account out of my own office near San Francisco, California, and through the experiences I gathered with my colleagues who were also traders, investors, brokers, financial planners, and portfolio managers in the greater San Francisco area and indeed throughout the world. What we discovered was that there's a hierarchy of learning that's involved in technical analysis and trading. One starts with the very basics, and the basics are built around a model called the life cycle model of crowd behavior. Most of you have heard that the markets are animated by the movements of crowds into and out of the market, and indeed the market is motivated by a bandwagon effect. This model captures 4 dimensions of that, with price and time and volume and sentiment. And those particular 4 aspects then can be timed into the overall patterns of distribution accumulation that one can observe on charts. And so the basic models of behavioral finance undergird those of the more judgmental approach. And my favorite approach in the judgmental approach is that of the Wyckoff method of technical analysis. Richard D. Wyckoff, a name often forgotten, but like so many other greats who perhaps are founded, he's like the gem of an ancient painter who's discovered because of the tremendous quality of his work. Richard D. Wyckoff's name is becoming a celebrity in modern times. Working almost a century ago in New York, Mr. Wyckoff codified the best practices of the outstanding traders of that era. And those practices were then emanated into the Wyckoff method of technical analysis and speculation. Over the years, I've used it effectively with students who have gone on and applied it successfully in hedge funds, foreign currency trading, fixed income investments, brokerage, and in terms of giving professional advice to others. And out of the discovery, though, of the use of the Wyckoff method, which is a judgmental technique, and one must interpret the charts, there's also a burden that falls upon the individual. The judgmental approach brings additional stresses, and those stresses then necessitate a mental discipline so that the person who's following the Wyckoff method can effectively execute the signals which are given by it. That brought to rise then the third level that's involved in the 3-in-1 trader, in that of mental discipline, sort of the psychology of trading. I had the good fortune of collaborating with Dr. Van Tharp, who is outstanding in the field of disciplined trading, to develop something we've entitled the 10 Tasks of Top Trading. So as a Wyckoff method evolves over various distinctive tasks, there's a corresponding mental discipline to go with it, and particular beliefs and decision makings that are involved in the 10 tasks of top trading, the mental discipline that correspond very, very well with the Wyckoff method. And since it is based upon the social sciences to a large degree, it links back to the beginning piece, which I mentioned earlier, which was that of the behavioral finance. To make all of this most effective when it comes to learning on the part of the students, I've had over years the chance to develop from the experiences in class and learning theories, and also from exposure to the case method of the Harvard Business School, something which I term the action sequence for active learning. That puts the prospective student of technical analysis and trading into a simulation situation where he or she's making decisions, interpreting what the intentions are of the smart money in the market, doing the chart analysis, and then afterwards obtaining the feedback from actually what did happen, and oftentimes an expert opinion. So the person then could make adjustments in his or her trading and what they had done, or reinforce the effective usage of particular principles and practices. Through doing this simulation time and time again, one acquires not only the knowledge of the underlying principles, but also the skills in their application. So once they leave the classroom, they're back out in their brokerage firm or in front of a screen or they're trading, they find themselves being almost automatically executing. It becomes second nature. It becomes logical and natural to them to effectively put into application the methodology learned. And this is principally built around for the Wyckoff method of technical market analysis. So in terms of the completion, again, we have the three pieces which come together: the behavioral finance dimension, the pattern recognition dimension, the mental discipline dimension. All three unify themselves together to make one, give one the prospects of continuous, effective, and profitable trading. Those experiences have been captured by people all the way from South America to Europe to the Far East, and certainly in the United States, in a whole host of different walks of life. So it gives me great pleasure and confidence to be able to share that with you and assist you in building your own skills so that when you return to your own workplace, you'll do so with increased competence, increased confidence, and I think with a prospect of longevity in terms of making profits for yourself. So I look forward to meeting with you and working with you in the days ahead here in Kuala Lumpur. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.